Hello fans! Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the thrilling developments awaiting us on Friday, June 27th, as the residents of Port Charles face mounting tensions, heartfelt requests, and unsettling discoveries. From Sonny Corinthos grappling with a danger far larger than he anticipates to Sasha Gilmore's emotional family milestones and the intriguing dynamics surrounding Marco Rios, there's a whirlwind of drama ready to unfold. Join us as we explore these captivating storylines with fresh perspectives, expanded details, and imaginative twists that promise to keep you on the edge of your seat. Sonny Corinthos faces a looming threat. In the heart of Port Charles, a storm is brewing for Sonny Corinthos, and it's one he might not see coming until it's too late. During an intense exchange with Carly Spencer, the undercurrents of fear ripple through their conversation as they confront the specter of Jen Sidwell, a man whose shadow looms larger with each passing day. Carly, ever the protective force in Sonny's life, voices her deep unease, warning that Sidwell could pose a catastrophic risk to their family's safety. Her instincts are sharp. Sidwell's blatant desire to push Sonny out of town, coupled with his ruthless pursuit of the peers, paints a picture of a man willing to cross any line to get what he wants. Adding a layer of complexity to this brewing conflict, let's imagine a new element. Sidwell has hired a mysterious fixer known only as the Broker, a figure whispered about in Port Charles's underworld for their ability to make problems disappear permanently. In a chilling moment from the promo, we catch a glimpse of Sidwell's cold determination, hinting that he's prepared to unleash chaos if negotiations fail. Carly's concerns aren't just personal, they're tied to rumors of Sidwell's past, where entire families vanished after crossing him in distant cities. This isn't just about territory, it's about survival. As Sonny weighs his options, will he recognize the depth of this threat, or will his pride blind him to the danger inching closer to his loved ones? Sasha Gilmore's heartfelt request strengthens family bonds. Meanwhile, away from the darker corners of Port Charles, Sasha Gilmore is weaving together moments of light and hope as she prepares for her child's christening. This poignant occasion becomes even more meaningful when Sasha turns to Felicia Scorpio with a request that carries profound emotional weight. While the promo teases that Sasha needs something far more important than mere logistics, fans are buzzing with speculation that she's asking Felicia to become little Daisy's godmother, a role that symbolizes trust, love, and protection. Let's enrich this storyline with an invented detail. Sasha has been crafting a family heirloom, a delicate christening gown embroidered with symbols of resilience and hope, reflecting her journey through loss to joy. As she shares this with Felicia, their conversation deepens, revealing Sasha's desire to anchor her daughter in the strength of the Scorpio woman, a sisterhood known for standing together through every storm. Picture a tender scene where Felicia, touched by the gesture, recalls her own challenges as a mother, promising to shield Daisy with the same fierce loyalty she's shown her own kin. This moment isn't just about a title, it's a celebration of found family, hinting at future episodes where Daisy might indeed need that circle of protection as Port Charles's dangers grow. How will this bond shape Sasha's path, and what challenges might test this newly forged connection? Lulu Spencer's insightful advice to Lucas Jones. Elsewhere in town, Lulu Spencer steps into a guiding role as she offers Lucas Jones some much-needed perspective. Their dialogue, charged with curiosity and concern, seems to orbit around Lucas's blossoming connection with Marco Rios. In a compelling snippet from the promo, Lulu probes with a pointed question, "Wouldn't it be good to know just how tight they are?" Her words carry layers of meaning, reflecting her awareness of the murky waters surrounding Marco's family ties, particularly his link to Jen Sidwell through his role as the man's attorney. To expand on this, let's introduce a backdrop of past betrayal. Lulu's protective streak flares because she remembers a time when her own family was blindsided by an outsider's hidden allegiances, a lesson that cost them dearly. She senses that Lucas, caught up in the warmth of new romance, might overlook red flags. Marco has publicly distanced himself from his father's more nefarious dealings, insisting he only handles legitimate business. Yet, Lulu and viewers can shake the suspicion that loyalty to blood might blur those lines. Imagine a tense flashback where Marco hesitates during a heated argument with Sidwell, his silence implying more than words ever could. As Lulu nudges Lucas to dig deeper, will he heed her caution, or will love cloud his judgment in a town where trust is a rare commodity? Marco Rios uncovers a startling truth. Speaking of Marco, his storyline takes a dramatic turn as he stumbles upon a revelation that could shift the balance of his world. This discovery comes courtesy of Natalia Rogers Ramirez, who arrives under the guise of maternal concern. The promo shows Marco pressing her with a burning question about how she orchestrated this new life for them, suggesting she's defied Sonny Corinthos's explicit instructions. This act of defiance isn't just a minor rebellion, it's a spark that could ignite a firestorm of consequences in Port Charles. Let's weave in an original twist. Natalia has been secretly corresponding with an unknown ally from her past, someone tied to Sidwell's inner circle, to secure resources for this new beginning. Marco, unaware of the full extent of her machinations, uncovers a hidden letter detailing coded plans, evidence that Natalia's choices might entangle them further with dangerous forces. Picture Marco wrestling with conflicting emotions, gratitude for his mother's sacrifices, battles with dread over the potential fallout. His discovery isn't merely personal, it risks exposing fractures in Sonny's control over his territory, possibly giving Sidwell an unexpected edge. As Marco grapples with whether to confront Natalia or keep her secret, how will this unearthed truth reshape his allegiances? And what price will he pay for seeking answers in a town where knowledge often comes at a cost? The interconnected web of Port Charles drama. As we tie these threads together, Friday's episode of General Hospital promises a tapestry of conflict, connection, and curiosity that defines life in Port Charles. Sonny's battle with Sidwell's encroaching menace sets a darker tone, contrasting sharply with Sasha's journey toward family unity through Daisy's christening. Meanwhile, Lulu's protective advice to Lucas underscores the ever-present undercurrent of suspicion, especially as Marco's discovery about Natalia hints at hidden agendas that could ripple through the community. To add depth, consider a speculative scene where these storylines briefly intersect, perhaps at the christening. Sonny overhears a cryptic exchange between Marco and Natalia, fueling his paranoia about potential betrayals within his own ranks. This moment could serve as a catalyst, pushing him to take drastic measures against Sidwell before fully understanding the chessboard. Each character's choice, whether driven by fear, love, or duty, create a domino effect, reminding us that in Port Charles, no decision exists in isolation. What new alliances will form, and which old bonds will break under the weight of these revelations? Next, we will uncover the gripping twists and emotional turns awaiting us in Port Charles as family ties are tested, dangers escalate, and hearts seek reconciliation. The latest updates reveal a deepening rift between Giovanni Joe Palmieri and his newly discovered father, Dante Falconeri. While the brewing war between Sonny Corinthos and Jen Sidwell threatens to engulf everyone in its path. Join us as we delve into these intricate storylines, weaving in fresh perspectives, imaginative details, and expanded narratives that promise to captivate every General Hospital fan. Let's explore the drama, the danger, and the hope for redemption in this thrilling chapter of life in Port Charles. Joe Palmieri's struggle with family bonds. In the wake of the bombshell revelation about his parentage, Giovanni Joe Palmieri has found himself adrift, pulling away from the very family he once held close. The truth that Dante Falconeri is his father alongside Brooklyn Quartermain as his mother has shaken Joe to his core, especially since Dante was completely blindsided by this discovery. Dante, eager to bridge the gap, yearns to build a meaningful relationship with his son, but the road is fraught with emotional landmines. Joe harbors deep wounds from Dante's past accusations, particularly the painful memory of being blamed for Rocco Falconeri's alcohol poisoning incident back in Bensonhurst. For Joe, those harsh words cut deeper now, as he assumed Dante knew of their connection and still cast him as the villain. To enrich this emotional landscape, imagine a poignant flashback scene where a younger Joe, full of admiration, once looked up to Dante as a protective figure during a neighborhood crisis in Bensonhurst, only to feel shattered by the later betrayal. Gio's perspective is rigid, even with the knowledge that Dante was unaware of their biological tie. He believes this revelation shouldn't erase the sting of rejection. His heart remains guarded, viewing Dante's attempts at connection as too little, too late. Yet, beneath this hurt lies a flicker of longing for understanding, setting the stage for a transformative moment. Could a dramatic event be the key to unlocking Gio's trust and showing him the true depth of Dante's care? Let's see how the shadows of Port Charles might provide such an opportunity. The Rising Storm, Sonny Corinthos vs. Jen Sidwell. As personal struggles simmer, a darker threat looms over Port Charles with the intensifying feud between Sonny Corinthos and the ruthless Jen Sidwell. The latest weekly preview unveils a chilling glimpse into Sidwell's schemes, showing him poring over photographs of Sonny's family including young Joe. This ominous focus sends a clear message: Sidwell is prepared to strike at Sonny's most vulnerable points, using loved ones as pawns in his dangerous game. Sonny, ever the protector, voices a grim prophecy in the promo, foreseeing violence descending upon the town and expressing a desperate wish to shield his family from the chaos, but the wheels of conflict may already be in motion. Let's add a chilling new element to heighten the stakes. Sidwell has enlisted a shadowy operative known as the Enforcer, a mercenary with a reputation for targeting families to break his enemies' spirits. Rumors swirl that Sidwell's plan isn't just about territorial control but a personal vendetta tied to a past clash with Sonny overseas, where a deal gone wrong left scars on both sides. Picture a tense scene where Sonny discovers a coded message slipped under his door, hinting at Sidwell's intent to take a son for a son. This menace places Joe squarely in the crosshairs, whether through a calculated abduction or an ambush amid Port Charles's bustling streets. As the storm gathers, will Sonny's foresight be enough, or will this clash claim a devastating toll on those he holds dear? Dandy's chance for redemption through heroism. Amid this escalating danger, a silver lining emerges for Dante Falconieri, a chance to prove his love for Joe in the most profound way possible. If Sidwell's sinister plans target Joe, placing him in grave peril, Dante may find himself thrust into a heart-pounding scenario where he must save his son's life. Whether Joe is snatched off the streets by Sidwell's henchmen or caught in a violent confrontation meant for Sonny, Dandy's instincts as a father and a cop could drive him to act with fearless resolve. Visualize a breathtaking sequence where Dante, tracking a lead, storms into an abandoned warehouse on the edge of Port Charles, dodging gunfire to reach Joe just as danger closes in. To deepen this moment, let's introduce an ally in Harrison Chase, who, as Brooklyn's husband and Gio's stepfather, feels an equal duty to protect the young man. Imagine Chase and Dante, despite past tensions over personal and professional differences, uniting in this critical hour, Chase providing crucial intel from police channels while Dante takes the lead in the rescue. Their combined efforts could not only save Joe but also begin to heal old rifts, showcasing a powerful theme of family unity. Picture Dante taking a hit during the rescue, a physical one that mirrors the emotional risk he's willing to bear for Joe. Such an act of sacrifice could be the catalyst Joe needs to see Dante's heart in a new light. Will this daring mission rewrite their fractured bond, or will lingering doubts keep them apart? Gio's path to reassessing Dante's true nature. According to ABC General Hospital spoilers, the coming weeks promise a shift in Gio's outlook toward Dante, hinting at a slow but meaningful reconciliation. If Dante's heroism in the face of Sidwell's threat comes to pass, it could serve as the turning point Joe so desperately needs, a tangible proof of care that words alone cannot convey. Beyond the immediate drama, consider a tender aftermath where Joe, still reeling from the close call, sits by Dante's hospital bedside if he's injured, grappling with a flood of conflicting emotions. In this quiet space, perhaps Joe uncovers a hidden memento Dante carried during the rescue, a worn photo of their Bensonhurst days, a silent testament to Dante's unspoken regret and hope. Let's invent a subplot to enrich this journey. Joe begins confiding in Brooklyn, who shares stories of Dante's own struggles with family acceptance, painting a fuller picture of the man beyond the mistakes. These revelations, paired with Dante's life-risking act, could chip away at Gio's walls, allowing a cautious bond to form. Envision a scene at the Quartermain estate where Joe, inspired by this newfound perspective, takes a tentative step by inviting Dante to a small family gathering in Olive Branch, signaling the start of healing. How will Gio's heart evolve through these experiences, and what challenges might test this fragile trust as Port Charles remains a battleground? The ripple effects across Port Charles. As we weave these narratives together, the upcoming episodes of General Hospital promise a rich blend of personal redemption and perilous conflict that touch every corner of Port Charles. Gio's strained relationship with Dante stands as a microcosm of the town's broader struggles, where family ties are both a strength and a vulnerability against threats like Sidwell. Sonny's looming war casts a shadow over all, reminding us that no one is safe when power and revenge collide. Dante's potential sacrifice for Joe could resonate beyond their duo, inspiring others like Chase to reevaluate past grudges and prioritize unity. To tie these threads, imagine a climactic community moment post-rescue where Sonny, shaken by how close he came to losing another family member, hosts a rare gathering at his home, a gesture of gratitude toward Dante and Chase, but also a strategic move to rally his allies against Sidwell. This scene could underscore the interconnectedness of Port Charles's residents, where personal battles fuel larger wars, and every choice reverberates. What unforeseen alliances might emerge from this crisis, and how will Gio's evolving view of Dante influence the family's stand against external dangers? Next, we will immerse ourselves in the exciting journey of Rory Gibson, the latest actor to step into the iconic role of Michael Corinthos on General Hospital. Since his debut at the 2025 Nurses Ball, Gibson has captured the hearts of fans, replacing Chad Duell with a fresh interpretation of this beloved character. In this extended exploration, we'll dive into his impactful first appearance, his personal reflections on reaching a significant milestone, the overwhelming support from fans and co-stars, and what his portrayal might mean for Michael's future in Port Charles. With new details and creative additions, let's celebrate Gibson's remarkable entry into the world of General Hospital and uncover the layers of drama and connection that await. Rory Gibson's memorable debut as Michael Corinthos. The arrival of Rory Gibson as the new Michael Corinthos marked a turning point for General Hospital viewers, introducing a fresh face to a character long cherished by the audience. Stepping into the role previously held by Chad Duell was no small task, yet Gibson made his mark with a poignant debut during the 2025 Nurses Ball. His first scene aired on Friday, May 23rd, capturing a heartfelt moment as Michael strode into the event just as it was winding down, reuniting with his young son, Wiley Corinthos. The image of Michael lifting Wiley into his arms and heading home sent ripples of astonishment through the crowd, leaving onlookers like Willow Tate and Drew Kane visibly stunned by his unexpected return. To enrich this moment, let's imagine a subtle backdrop to the scene. As Michael enters the ballroom, the soft glow of chandeliers reflects off his determined expression, hinting at unspoken struggles he endured while away from Port Charles. Perhaps whispers circulate among the guests that Michael had been grappling with a personal crisis, maybe a business deal gone wrong in a distant city that kept him from his family. This invented tension adds depth to his reunion with Wiley, portraying not just a father's love but a man reclaiming his place after a period of absence. Gibson's portrayal in this debut scene radiated a mix of vulnerability and resolve, instantly signaling to viewers that his Michael would bring new layers to the character. How will this emotional return shape his relationships with those who thought they'd lost him to the winds of time? Celebrating a milestone with heartfelt nostalgia. Reflecting on his journey, Rory Gibson recently took to social media to commemorate a meaningful milestone only months since his inaugural episode on General Hospital. On Monday, June 23rd, he shared a captivating Instagram post that resonated deeply with fans, blending nostalgia with personal pride. The post opened with a striking image of the ABC General Hospital signage, followed by a montage of moments from his time on the show. A video clip showcased Michael's intense confrontation with Willow Tate during their ongoing custody battle over Wiley, capturing the raw emotion of their fractured bond. Other snippets included a touching reunion with Jason Morgan, behind-the-scenes glimpses of Prospect Studios, and a powerful scene of Michael supporting Sasha Corbin during the birth of her child, alongside serene photos of the GH set. Let's expand this narrative with a creative touch. Imagine Gibson including a personal voiceover in the background of the post, set to the classic General Hospital intro music, where he shares a childhood memory of watching the soap with his grandmother, dreaming of one day being part of its legacy. His caption, "1 month since my first episode. Honored to be here at General Hospital ABC," carries an undercurrent of gratitude, amplified by this fictional backstory of a lifelong connection to the show. Picture a hidden detail in the post, a small, faded photo of Gibson as a young boy dressed as a doctor for Halloween, tucked among the studio snapshots as a nod to his early aspiration. This milestone isn't just a career marker for Gibson, it's a fulfillment of a personal dream, inviting fans to join in his joy. What other personal stories might Gibson share as he settles further into Port Charles? Fan and co-star reactions, a wave of support. The response to Rory Gibson's milestone post and overall performance has been nothing short of extraordinary, with General Hospital fans flooding the Instagram comments section with admiration and congratulations. Taking on a fan-favorite role like Michael Corinthos is a daunting challenge, yet Gibson has risen to the occasion with a performance that feels both authentic and invigorating. Viewers praise his ability to embody Michael's complex history, his protective nature as a father, his tangled emotions with Willow, and his enduring loyalty to family, while infusing the character with a renewed energy that promises exciting developments ahead. To add depth, let's envision a standout fan comment that goes viral. A longtime viewer writes, "Rory, you've made Michael feel like family again. He cried when you held Wiley. Welcome home." This captures the emotional connection fans feel, reinforced by an invented subplot where fan groups organize a virtual welcome to Port Charles event, streaming watch parties of Gibson's episodes. Beyond the audience, Gibson's colleagues also join the celebration, with Giovanni Mazza, who portrays Giovanni Gil Palmieri, commenting, "Killer dude," signaling camaraderie among the newer cast members. Cameron Matheson, a seasoned presence on the show, added 5 clapping hand emojis, a gesture of respect from one actor to another. Imagine a behind-the-scenes moment where Matheson mentors Gibson over coffee on set, sharing tips on navigating the intense fanbase. How will these bonds with co-stars influence Gibson's journey on and off the screen? The challenges and triumphs of stepping into a legacy role. Stepping into the shoes of Michael Corinthos, a character with decades of history and a devoted following, presented Rory Gibson with a unique set of challenges. Yet he has navigated this transition with remarkable grace. The role demands a balance of honoring past storylines, Mitchell's turbulent upbringing, his struggles with identity, and his fierce devotion to the Corinthos clan, while carving out a distinct interpretation that feels fresh. Gibson's debut at the nurses' ball and subsequent scenes, like the custody clash with Willow and the emotional reunion with Jason, showcased his ability to capture Michael's depth, earning him a swift place in viewers' hearts. Let's introduce an original element to highlight his approach. Suppose Gibson spent weeks before filming shadowing a real-life family counselor to understand the nuances of custody battles, adding authenticity to his heated exchanges with Willow. Picture a quiet scene not yet aired, where Michael, alone in his office, flips through an old photo album of his childhood with AJ, Quartermain and Carly, a woman Gibson uses to ground himself in Michael's pain and resilience. This dedication suggests Gibson isn't just playing a part, he's living Michael's truth. As he continues to unfold new facets of the character, perhaps in upcoming conflicts with Drew Kane over business or family secrets, what untold chapters of Michael's life might Gibson illuminate? And how will his unique spin redefine this legacy role for a new generation of fans? Looking ahead, what's next for Michael under Gibson's portrayal? As Rory Gibson settles into the rhythm of Port Charles, anticipation builds for the future arcs he'll bring to Michael Corinthos' storyline. With the custody battle over Wiley still simmering and unresolved tensions with figures like Willow and Drew, there's fertile ground for drama that tests Michael's strength and heart. Gibson's early scenes hint at a portrayal that leans into Michael's protective instincts, but also his capacity for vulnerability, a combination that could lead to powerful narratives. Whether in mending broken bonds or facing new threats tied to the Corinthos family's turbulent legacy. To expand this vision, let's speculate on a future plotline. Imagine Michael uncovering a hidden letter from his late grandfather, Edward Quartermain, revealing a long-buried business deal that could either save or doom the family's empire, pulling Michael into a high-stakes conflict with corporate rivals. Picture Gibson portraying Michael's inner struggle in a late-night scene at the Quartermain mansion, torn between legacy and morality, his face etched with the weight of generations. Additionally, his growing bond with Sasha Corbin, as seen during her childbirth, could evolve into a supportive friendship, offering Michael a confidant amid chaos. What challenges and alliances await Michael under Gibson's stewardship, and how will his interpretation shape the next era of Corinthos drama? A new chapter in Port Charles unfolds. As we reflect on Rory Gibson's impactful entry into General Hospital, it's clear that his portrayal of Michael Corinthos heralds a vibrant new chapter for both the character and the show. From his emotionally charged debut at the 2025 Nurses' Ball to his heartfelt celebration of 1 month on air, Gibson has woven himself into the fabric of Port Charles with skill and sincerity. The outpouring of support from fans and peers alike underscores the success of his transition into this storied role, while his dedication promises exciting developments on the horizon. Let's tie these threads with a final imaginative touch. Envision a community event in Port Charles, perhaps a charity gala, where Michael, under Gibson's nuanced performance, delivers a speech honoring the resilience of family as a subtle nod to his own journey and Gibson's real-life milestone. This moment could resonate across storylines, reminding us of the enduring spirit that binds General Hospital's world. Stay tuned to our channel for more spoilers, updates, and deep dives into the lives of Port Charles's residents. What are your thoughts on Rory Gibson's take on Michael Corinthos, and what do you hope to see next? Drop your comments below, and let's keep the conversation alive.